Okay, so good evening to all of you. So today, this is our fourth live session. So today we will cover one of the important terminology in SQL, that is joining. So what is SQL joining? So we will get the clarity on this point. So this is one of the important point, especially for the interview. So what is joining? When we want to retrieve. So now data query language, that concept is going on. In my last class already I have given the clarity. Overall select statement is known as a query. So that point that is going on. So we saw we retrieved data from one table, but some problem task that we have, and when I will resolve, that means when I will write a query for that, so I will require more than one table. So to resolve a problem statement, for that whatever I will write a query, so if I will require from more than one table, so we need the concept of joining. So that's why I'm writing when we want to retrieve data from more than one table, from more than one table, so such concept is known as, which is known as joining, which is known as joining. So in SQL there are various types of joining, especially in SQL, or in this context in SQL there are various types of joining, like equijoin. Equijoin, also it is called as inner join, left join, or right join, cross join. This is also called as full join. Okay, etc. Self join. There are so many types of joining. There are so many types of joining that we will cover today. So what is join? When I want to retrieve data from more than one table. When I want to retrieve data from more than one table, so that is called as joining. That is called as joining. So we will see, we will get the clarity by considering some example. Now I will go to my MySQL environment. Suppose we have two tables. Suppose employee table and department table. Suppose one problem statement first I will consider. Write a query. Suppose question is write a query to to retrieve employees department. Employees department. Suppose this is my statement. This is my statement. Problem statement. So for that, we will do analysis. We will consider two table. One is employee table and one is department table. And we will insert some records. Then we will go for our query. Suppose I have a database already that I have created from the beginning. So that is employee DB. Now I will create a table. Let's create table. Okay. Let's table name employee DB dot employee. Let employee ID. Let's suppose where care 200. Let this is primary key. Let employee name where care 200. Let's suppose one constraint. Suppose I am giving not null. Okay. Let's suppose I will add employee date of joining. Let date. Okay, you remember date of joining. One column just I am adding. So when date value we will require to insert in this column. So the required SQL data type is a date. So this is the in this way that you have to write. Then this. Suppose one attribute department ID. Let where care 200. Suppose. Let not null. Suppose this is my last column and bracket in. So in this way, so I created an employee table. An employee table. Now I will hit run. So now table created. So if I want to see the structure of a table, describe employee db dot employee table name. Now I will hit run. So in this way, one table I created. Now immediately 3 to 4 records we will insert. Employee ID, employee name, date of joining and department ID. Suppose already that we have known how to insert a record. So that is the concept of DML that already we have studied. Insert into table name, then values. Insert into table name, then values. Employee ID, let it 101. Employee name. Suppose let Oxy and employee date of joining. You see, date of joining data type is a date. So we are using MySQL environment. So what is the date format? So guys, you remember. So this is the important point. Date format first year y. So in MySQL, what is the date format? You remember y, then month then day day. This is the date formats that you have to remember in MySQL. Now you see, let it suppose Akshay joining date is 2018. Let's in August, suppose let 01. Then another is department ID. Suppose department ID is let D1. Now I will hit run. So one record inserted. Similarly, I will write 102. Let Oz 19. Suppose May month, let it 2. Let department D2. I will hit run. Second record inserted 103. Let away. Let 2020. This is 7th month July. Let this is 10th. And department ID is D3. Now I will hit run. So in this way, 3 records I inserted. Now I want to see all the records of employee table that we know. Select star from table name employee dv dot employee. Now I will hit run. So you see 3 records. In this way, 3 records I inserted. Similarly, immediately we will go to create department table. So create table name employee dv dot department. Let department is another table in employee db database. Okay, suppose department id let varchar 200. Okay, so then suppose not null, whatever the constraints you give, then department name let varchar 200. So here primary key foreign key concept actually. So uh, what in employee table, one column that we had taken department ID, so exact data type and size that you have to specify in department table. So in department ID also you can identify as primary key. There is no problem. Now in this way I will hit run. So department table created. Describe command I will see employee dv dot department. Now I will hit run. This is the department table. So now suppose 3 records I will insert into table name values. Department ID is D1. Then department name, suppose marketing. Now I will hit run. So one record inserted D2. Let operation. Now again I will hit run. So another record inserted. Now I will insert another record D3. Let's suppose department is delivery. I will hit run. So in this way, 3 records I inserted. So now I will see select star from employee dv dot department. I will hit run. So in this way, so we saw how many records that we inserted. Now, so we have an employee table containing 3 records. We have another department table containing 3 records. Now we will go to our question. Our question is to get the employees department. Employees. So employee name from employee table and department name from department table that we have to select. Already I have told query means select statement is known as query. Select column name from table name where condition. Same concept that we will implement. So we will write how. You see. Select column name So here we have two table. One is employee table and one is a department table. Just you see in you do a refresh simply. So you see in employee DB database table. So our department is one table and employee is another table. Okay, so we will write the query. You see, important, very important point. Employees department. That means employee name column from employee table. So how I will write? Select data. Select tab what column name, but in which way that I am representing column. Employee dot employee is my table name dot employee name. Select column name. So employee dot in employee name means the column employee name from employee table, then comma. Similarly, table name is department. Department dot D name. That means a department name column from department table. Select column name because as per the analysis, what the problem statement is given, as per the analysis, find the employee's department. So employee name, then department name. It should come to the picture. From table name, from table name. So from table name employee DB database dot table name. Table name is one employee, then department. From table name. Okay, we will check. So employee DB dot employee. So directly we can write in this way, or we will write employee DB dot employee comma employee DB dot department. Employee DB dot department. Okay. Select column name from table name where condition. Condition is we saw one column is common in between employee table and department table, that is department ID. So that common column the server will consider. So department ID column of employee table, department ID column of department table. So one by one the server will match. D1 equals to D1. That means in employee table D1 department ID call value D1 corresponding to which employee, and here in department table D1 representing marketing. So that employee department is marketing. Again I am repeating, in employee table the department ID value D1 corresponding to which employee, and here D1 corresponding department marketing. So if it will match, D1 equals to D1. So D1 value of a department ID column, department ID column of department table, then department ID column values of employee table. So it is matching. So the server is comparing if D1 equals to D1, one from employee table and one from department table, then that corresponding employee name and here corresponding department name, then it will display in the picture. So where employee dot department ID equals to department dot department ID, in this way. Okay. So select column name from table name where condition. We will check. Now I will hit done. You see, so we got the output employee name, department name, Oxe marketing, Oze operation, Ove delivery. So I hope everybody got clarity. So this is one of the important terminology. This is called as equizoid. Equizoid. Also, there is another way using inner join keyword also we can write, but you remember in this way. Employee name Oxe Oje Ove and their corresponding department name is marketing operation delivery. But employee name, that column is available or that column is the column of employee table. Department name column is the column of department table. So from two table we retrieved data, and for that whatever we wrote query, so that is joining. Okay, so we can say this select statement is joining, and especially it is called as equijoin. It is called as equijoin. Okay, then we will go to the next join, left join, left then right and then cross join. So we will go to next point. So I hope you got the clarity. So then we will go to left join, left join. So what is left join? SQL left join. So left join means what? So I think so. Suppose let this is table one, and let this is table two. This is table one, and this is table two. First concept behind this, you know first. Okay, so what is left join? So just I am indicating. So which portion will retrieve? This is left join. So what is that? If I will write, so the left join returns all records from left table. Left table means here table 1. In my figure, this is table 1. And the matching records if any, if matching records available, if any, from the right table, that is table 2. So this is left join. What left join is returning? So that means table 1 returns all the records of table 1. And if it is matching, if any record is matching with table 2, that record is also retrieving. This is called as left join. Okay, so we will consider what an example for getting clarity. Suppose let it we have two table, another two table I will create. So I hope this part everybody got clarity. So you write. I think you all are writing. So now another two table I will create. Another two table I will create. So create table name employee dv dot. Suppose I have a table. Let table name is customers. Okay, customers. Let customer ID where care 200. Let customer ID Okay, suppose this is primary key. Let customer name, let where care 200. Let customer address, let where care 200. Okay, so now I have a table. Let table name is customers. Customers, simply three columns that I took. One is customer ID, customer name, and customer address. Now I will hit run. So happily table created. Describe database name employee DB dot customers. So this is my customers table. This is my customers table, customer ID, customer name, and customer address. Now I will insert some records. Insert into table name values. Similarly, three records I will insert. Customer ID, suppose 1. Let customer name, suppose John. Let customer address is Odisha. Now I will hit run. Similarly, 2. My customer name is Smith. Let address is Pune. Again I will hit run. Let my customer ID is 3. Let Sachin. Let address is Maharashtra. Now I will hit run. So in this way, three records I inserted in customers table. So now I will see all the records. Select star from database name is employee DB dot customers. Now I will hit run. So I got three records. Similarly, I will create another table, orders table. Orders. So I will write create table name. So related orders, and suppose order ID where care 200. This is primary key. Let customer ID where care 200. Let employee ID, suppose where care 200. Let order date. This is a date. Then okay, so there is no need this column employee ID. Okay, so maybe I will put where care 200. Order date is date. Suppose shipping ID, ship ID. Let where care 200. This is my last column, and I will hit run. So another table I created. So let the table name is orders, and taking these columns, one is order ID, customer ID, employee ID, order date, and ship ID. Now I will hit run. So table created. Now I will see what is the structure of table. Employee DV dot orders. Now I will hit run. So already I got this. Okay, so now I will insert three records. Insert into table name, then values. Okay, so order ID, suppose 101. Let it. Customer ID, suppose let it suppose 2. Suppose let employee ID 1001. Let order date, okay, 2020 hyphen. Let 11 November month. let 0 order date, then ship id, let s1. So this is one record. I will hit run. So one record inserted. Similarly 102, let 3, let 1002, let 21 January, let 5, let ship id is s2. I will hit run. Another record inserted, let 103, let customer id is 5. So this is employee id 103. Let suppose in 2002 this is month of February, this is 20, shipping id is s3. Let I will hit run. So in this way, three records are inserted in orders table. Overall we inserted three records each in what, customers table and orders table. So now, so I will get select star from table name employee dv dot orders. Now I will hit run. So I got these three records. So now here I will do a refresh. So we got, you see, customers, and it what one is order tables. This is orders table. Okay. So now we will implement left join. Left join. So currently we created a two table. One is customers table, one is orders table, and we inserted three records in customer table and three records in orders table. You see, customer column is this. No. So I will write left join. Suppose I want to see which customer having which order id. Okay. So select, so query is which customer having which id. So select table name customers dot customer name, comma, so table orders table dot order id. So the column customer name of customers table, the column order id from orders table. Okay. From customers table, database name employee dv dot table name customers. We know that in MySQL context, when we are specifying the table name, always we will specify database name dot table name. Then left join. Left join is a keyword. In which way that I am writing, I hope you are right in your note in this way. Left join is a keyword. Left join is a keyword. Left join, then table names. Table names employee dv dot orders on. Okay. So based on the customer id, because one column is common, that is customer id. Customer id is a common column in between customers table and orders table. So that part I will write on customers dot customer id equals to orders dot customer id. Okay. So if you want to see what if you just add, so this is the query, but if you want to add some additional points, there is another clause order by. Okay. So if you want, so there is no problem, order by customers dot customer name, customers dot customer name, So if there is a red color, then order by. Okay, so this is optional. So in a ordered way. So whatever the customer name column values, so we will get the result. So okay, so whatever the left join purpose, it is retrieving all the records from left table. So here we have two table, table 1 and table 2, that is customers and orders. So customers is my left table or table 1, orders table is my right table or table 2. Okay, so now I will hit run. We will see. So you see, so customer name and order ID. So just we will do analysis the output. So what is the purpose of left join? Left join first retrieving all records, but what we have select, so which column that you select, so particularly that value will display. So select column name, only we have selected two column values. One is customer name column from customers table and order ID column from orders table. I want to display, I wanted to see which customer having order ID is what. Okay, so based on the customer ID value equality, so it is displaying. So John, but there is no matching record. Sachin, okay, so customer ID, so one customer ID 2 and 3. So the value 2 and 3 customer ID, this value in customers table, this value is also available in orders table. So based on the equality that we got, Sachin is this, order ID Smith is 101. But for John, there is no matching record or customer ID is not matching. Okay, so this is called as left join. Okay, so left join. Similarly, we will go to right join. So there is no problem. So directly we will go to then a right join. Same way, right join. So the right join returns. The right join returns all records from the right table. From the right table, that means table true. Okay, right table and the matching records if any, okay, from the left table, that is table 1. This is a right join, returning right. So if I will draw this figure, okay, so this part. So this is a right join and this is table 1 and this is table 2. Okay, so we have employee table and we have orders table, but again we will because employee ID here we'll just check. So this is a right join. I will go to my environment. So orders table just we will check. So I hope this point, this query everybody have written. So select star from employee dv dot orders. So employee ID 1001, 1002, 103. So in this way that we have taken. Okay, so I will create another employee table. Let my table name is MEMP. Suppose create table name. Very simple. Employee ID where care 200 primary key, then employee name. Okay, employee name, let where care 200, let employee date of birth, date. Suppose I created another employee table containing three columns: employee ID, employee name, and employee date of birth. Employee date of birth. Now I will hit run. Then immediately I will insert into table name employee dv.emp, then values. Okay, so employee ID. Suppose let 1001, comma, employee name is Rakesh. Suppose employee date of birth. Suppose 1995 year, comma, so month, suppose let it 08 hyphen 01. Suppose. So I will hit run. So one record inserted. Suppose let it 103 Rajesh, let it 98, let it 5, let it 11. So another record inserted 104, let Rahul, any record you inserted, suppose 2000, then month of June, sorry, then let it suppose 10th. I will hit run. So in this way, I inserted three records. Select star from database name is employee dv.emp. Okay, so I inserted three records. Now we consider our orders table. We consider, again I am saying, we will consider orders table and we will consider EMP table. Okay, so one query I am writing. Suppose I want to same concept, order ID. So which order ID corresponding what which employee name? Okay, this order ID representing this employee. Okay, employee's order ID. So how I will write? Select, so table name orders. So already this table that we have, so that's why I thought, so by considering existing table that we will write the query. So order ID, comma, employee table emp dot, okay, employee name from employee dv dot database name dot table name orders from table name. Okay, so right join is a keyword. Then right join table name is employee dv dot emp table name on. Okay, so this is the important orders dot employee id equals to the employee emp dot employee id, equality based on the employee id. Employee id column present in orders table and employee id column present in emp table. Okay, so if I will what I want to see order by, so orderly it will display. So orders dot order id. Okay, so just to say order id. Okay, now I will hit run. You see, so we got order id, so it is not matching. So it based on employee id value of orders table and employee table emp table. So based on the equality that we got order id and this employee name. So here it is not, there is no matching. Rahul, for Rahul there is no matching employee id what in EMP table and in orders table. So 101 order, that is Rakesh, the order ID 101, that is Rajesh. So this is a right join. And we will go to full join. So all records, that is called as cross join. So if I want to get all records, so that is called cross join. Cross join or full join. Cross join is a keyword. Cross join, that is also called as a full join. It is retrieving what all records. It returns it returns all records from both tables. That means table 1 and table 2. So this, the figure is this. All. This is table 1 and this is table 2. Okay, so directly I will write, suppose we have two table already, customers table and orders table. So directly I will write for a query, select, okay, select, suppose, and which is column if you want to see their values, that column you select customers table dot customer name, comma, orders table dot order id column of from orders table, from customers table employee dv dot customers, from customers. So there is a keyword cross join, then table name employee dv dot orders. So all records it will retrieve, but we have selected two columns, customer name of customers table and order ID of orders table. Now I will hit run. So I got, so customer name and all customer name values, all order ID values. Okay, so cross join, that is called as full join. It is retrieving all the records from table 1 and table 2. So here we have we will see, we select column name, which column name that we have selected, customer name of customers table, order ID column of orders table. So whatever the column that we have selected, so that their column values will display, but all from both table. Here there is no condition. Here there is no comparison checking. Okay. So this is all about joining. So in this way that we covered equijoin and left join, right join, full join. Left join focus on retrieving all records of left tables. Okay, so right join retrieving what all records from right tables, and if any matching record with also left table. But in cross join or full join, all both tables records will retrieve. But thing is that select column name. Always you keep in this point, you keep in mind, whatever the column you have selected, that column values will display always in the form of output. Okay, so this is all about the joining in SQL. So one of the important point, especially for the interview. Okay, when we are going to the concept of joining, when we want to retrieve data from more than one table. So then the concept of joining is coming to the picture, and whatever we are writing the select statement, we are writing the query. So that is joining. So I hope you got the clarity. So this is all about joining in SQL.